Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first YouTube live stream. Hope you're all doing great. What's up, Joey? What's up, Kayla? Glad you all could make it. Joey, we gotta talk about Twitch. I guess we all gotta talk about Twitch. We can have that discussion once we get up in the air. It's gonna be an interesting one. I hope you all like the new transition graphics, everything like that. I've worked really hard on them. I'm kind of been using this channel as like a kind of a testing ground for what I want to do with my well, Twitch, but I don't know if it's gonna be Twitch anymore. I'll hop in here and get the doors open because it's not gonna stop yelling at me until I do that. But yeah, this channel is the new home for flight sim for me. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be able to supplement streams with videos with streams. I think it's gonna work out great. So I appreciate you all hanging out. How the fuck do I open the doors? Okay, there we go. What happened with Twitch? A lot of things. We shall discuss. Don't worry. But I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time here. I'm gonna work on getting this thing set up. Let me unmute Sim. Just like so. And start plugging in information. So this plane's nice. I can just import everything from SimBrief. Boom, it's in. Twitch made us stupid. Yep. For some reason we're in kilograms. I'm not sure why. But I'm going to assume that it imported everything correctly. I'm just gonna... I had to jump through so many hoops the last time it decided to switch to the incorrect units on me. I'm just gonna redo the flight plan with kilograms. Make it easy. Yeah, Twitch is making some not so hot decisions at the moment, if we're being honest. They are actively trying to destroy themselves. Alright, so we'll jump up here, we can get battery. We'll get the external power on. I turn things down just a touch. And then I come down the left side, so turn on the galley power, emergency lights, seatbelt signs, and then the ice protection with the windshield protection in the middle. Make sure the door is locked. Come back up over here. There's not much here. I can flip that to external power so we can monitor that. Come back over here. And we can get the ram air on, and that's pretty much it in terms of setting this thing up. The overhead. Get the yoke out of the way. We can plug in the stuff down here. It's, we're at Dallas-Fort Worth KDFW. We'll get the position plugged in there. We're going from KDFW, which is already plugged in, to Kansas City, KMCI. And I think it has us taking off. Just make sure there's no ATC on. There's no ATC on. We're on VATSIM. It wants us to take off runway 17 right. So go ahead and plug in 17 right. Into there, I need to get Navigraph Sim Link going on. We'll open that. It'll start in the background. First waypoint is the Tulsa VOR. And then to Saston. S-A-S-T-N. Stassen. I typed that in wrong. S-T-A-S-N. Boom. Execute that. How y'all been? It's been a little bit since I've seen some of you. Since my last stream on Twitch. It's a while ago. I feel like I stream multiple times a week, so I haven't seen some of you. Like, obviously, Kayla, I've seen you, but I haven't talked to Joey or Jake or anybody in like a week. I've had my head down trying to get shit done. How's the current state of Destiny, Joey? How's things going over there? I've heard it's not amazing. All right, our departure's the Bleco 8 with the Tulsa transition. So that's plugged in there nice and neat like. We can go roots and perf in it. Nope, haven't seen you. I haven't seen you. We never interact with each other, ever. All right, total fuel, 8.7. This is in kilograms for some reason, even though we're in America. We'll jump over here and get the zero fuel weight, which is 51.1. We can plug that in here. And then the reserves for our fuel are going to be in the PDF. Quite a while yesterday, and apparently people hope my characters aren't deleted. Kayla, you've been having fun in Destiny, getting destroyed by jumping bosses. Our cruise altitude's 310. And then our cruise wind is 005 at 008. Apparently no cruise winds. ISO deviation is 10. Don't ask me what that means. I have no idea. Boom. Now, this is where this plane kind of fucks around and where I find out. So we have all our information plugged in here. I'm going to go to performance. And then we got to type in all the airport stuff. So we're at DFW. Enter that in. We're taking runway 17 right. Yeah, 17 right. So I gotta click this until we hit 17 right and hope I don't click past it. Boom. Conditions dry, flaps optimum. This is where we need to grab Navigraph for some of this information here. Come on, stretch out. Unload this last flight, import, sim brief, plug that, pop that in there. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll go to DFW. We'll get wind information. So the winds are 210 at 9. 210 at 9. The QNH 2980. Let me set that down here and see what that is in QNH. 1009. 1009. Enter that. Air temperature is 24 degrees Celsius. And then we need to find the length of the runway. Do 17 right. It's going to be over here. 17. That's not what I want. So 4,084 meters. That's that. Boom. Okay. So we'll close this for now, and then we need to go get takeoff weight out of here. Takeoff weight 59494. Went to the wrong screen. Performance 59494, and then we're gonna see if this actually works. I've been struggling to get this thing to work. Yeah, it says takeoff not allowed. So we're below our maximum takeoff weight. So that, I don't know what the heck is going on with this. I haven't been able to get this thing. I don't know if it has to do with the flight sim being in beta or something. Because I'm using the new beta of Flight Simulator, so that could have something to do with it. That's okay. Jump down here and pull up this card, and we'll just use these numbers. It's got 130, 134, and 143. Boom. I'm gonna jump my OBS. What the nut are you doing, OBS? Okay. Cool. So we got this stuff here. We can click right here, and that'll set our speed bugs on the airspeed indicator. Almost said speedometer. That's not what it is. And then along with that, we can go down here. We're using flaps 15, and our MACTOW is 13.6. So 13.6 is here, flaps 15 is here. Can work the trim to get these two dials right here aligned. Takes its sweet time. That right there. We're using flaps 15, so we're not gonna mess with the dial of flap. And then what we'll need to do to start the engines is turn these pneumatic crossfeeds on. And boom. Just like that, we're ready to go. It's time to push back. Guess we should set up the MCP up here. So we're just gonna go ahead and put in our cruising altitude. 310 is where we're going, since there's no ATC here in Dallas. There's not. Get our position lights on. Our speed we can go ahead and set at 250. It's like so. We'll get the flight directors on. And I think with that we're pretty good. So we'll jump out here. It looks like GSX is done with everything. So we'll go ahead and pull up GSX, and we'll prepare for pushback and departure. So it'll start that process going. Yeah, Destiny, like a game mode in Destiny called the Iron Banner has been broken. You can cheat the game and get free wins or free losses. They've been taking the game offline a lot. I don't know. The game is broken. Destiny's a broken game at the moment. Turn on the beacon light so we can let the ground crew know that we're getting ready to push back. That's a problem. That just reset everything, didn't it? Oh my god. I have never had that happen, where it disconnects the GPU like that. Yeah, reset everything. Okay, this won't take very long to plug back in real quick. Wow. Alrighty then. Probably why you had no clue. Yeah, it's a multiplayer, competitive multiplayer mode. Let me get this typed up real quick. I apologize that I made a stupid mistake. I have to type this all in yet again. Going as quick as I can here. Tulsa, boom, root, perf init. 8.7. Whoops. 8.7/N. Put in normal fuel burn. 59.8. That's a no for you. I feel that. I like the competitive aspect of it, but man, is it infuriating sometimes. Okay, I'm not going to plug in the cruise wind or anything. I'm just going to bolt through this. We're 3, that's okay. We got that in there. Put up legs on this page. Awesome. So now I know. Do not do what I did and start the pushback before the APU is started. Should be common sense, but when it comes to me, common sense is not that common sometimes. Alright, no ATC. We should be good. We'll get that to transponder 1200 is fine. We'll get GSX back up. We want to go nose to the left, tail to the right. And it's ready to go. So we'll get the APU air on. Our air supply is off. We'll do start A. And we'll release the parking brake. And the pushback started. So we will start the right engine first. Get that turning. We're waiting for this bottom number down here. Our N2 to get to above 20. I do want to make sure it closed cargo doors. Okay, it did. So once that hits 21 right there, you can turn the fuel on. And this engine here is getting started. You don't play with actual other humans unless you have to. Yeah, I feel that. You gotta keep in mind though, I've played Destiny since 2014. So I've gotten to the point where it's like I need to play with other people to enjoy what I'm doing, if that makes sense. Alright, that should be a good start. Our engine is on the bus. So we'll flip that cover back up and we'll get the left engine started. We'll go ahead and start both engines for taxi. It's the same thing with this engine. We're waiting until we get above 20%, so 21% N2, and then we'll introduce the fuel. Set the parking brake. And wants us to confirm a good engine start. There's 21%. Introduce the fuel. Good engine start. We're good. So wait for this engine to spool up and everything, and we're waiting for this light to go out up here, which will show that the engine is generating power. There it goes. Everything's spooling up nice and good. This is a accurately simulated airplane, so there can be failures. I've never had one, but they can happen. Don't play with, understandable, I'm just not comfortable enough. That's fair, that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, they're unlocking the gear. We have a good start. So we'll turn that switch off. We can come here and turn our cabin supply, the bleed air on, so air conditioning is working. Turn down the volume just a little bit for the taxi. turn off the engine start switch. Our fuel pumps are on, and then we'll turn off the APU air, and then the APU. Turn that off. Come over here to this side, and we'll turn on our hydraulic pumps, the trans and aux pump. Then we'll come back here and turn off these crossfeed valves. Just go ahead and set flaps 15. So there's the slats, 11 and 15. Actual humans are cringe, that's a fact. We can arm the speed brake. And then since those flaps have come down, we can set the auto brake to take off, and we're ready for taxi. Everything is good to go. I forgot to start the chrono, so we'll get that chrono going for block timer. Then we'll look at our taxi chart here. We'll get moving as well. Get a decent amount of power going. If we look at this chart here, we're basically going to come out right up here at Hotel Yankee. We'll turn on to Zulu, taxiway Zulu, cross the bridge over the highway, and then we'll make a left-hand turn up here and take off 17 right. So not too complex of a taxi here. I could hear you talking to yourself and think you're crazy. I talk to myself while I'm playing all the time. Joey can attest to that. So I'm still figuring out the best way to have this honeycomb yoke. And I think I just got to get a different desk, probably a taller desk. Or a shorter chair, but I don't want to do a shorter chair because this chair is really nice. Crank up my mic volume so I'm actually coming through a little bit better. How's that? Is that better? Am I a little bit louder? Shows a master caution, but I'm not seeing it. I think we're good. Alright, so we're crossing the bridge. There's a highway that runs between all the terminals at DFW. All through over here, so we're crossing those roads, the highway. It's a really cool airport, honestly. DFW is my favorite actual airport that I've been to. It seems like it'd be a confusing mess, but it's really not. That being said, I haven't been to the new Kansas City airport yet, so it might be better. Can I lower my chair? I don't think so. Yeah, my chair's as low as it'll go. That's the problem. I need to get... Honestly, what I might try to do is get like a standing desk or something like that, where I can like actually raise the height of my desk. Because I'll switch over to a different camera here in a second. New surprise. And you'll see I have to like hold the throttles in a real weird way. Fun to fly from, terrible to drive to, from, and through. See, I've only ever taken an Uber to the airport. I've never actually driven in Dallas. Or in Texas, to be fair. So I don't know, I'm just kind of like always chilling in the back seat whenever I'm here. Because I'm usually in an Uber. One more ATC check. Don't see anybody online. I'm going to pull up VATSIM and just double check, make sure that there's no traffic or anything that's going to screw with us. There's nobody flying into DFW as we speak. I need to check VPilot, make sure we're mode C, and I forgot to switch to... I'm going to stop in the middle of the taxiway to do this. I changed the wrong comm. 122.8. Oh my lord, let me pick this button. Okay. Let me just make sure audio is set up, chat mic, all that. That's good. All right, we'll taxi up here. Nobody ahead of us. I don't know if there's anybody behind us. Guess we can look and see. Don't see anybody. Never drive in Texas. Just for reference, on a routine 20-minute drive to work today, some bozo tried to run you off the road for no reason whatsoever. Texas, dude. I'm surprised he didn't pull out his shotgun. Was he wearing a cowboy hat? That's a very Texas thing to do, right? Alright, here's a runway we're taking off. Go down here, get TARA for the transponders so we can see other traffic around us. Turn on the bright lights. We need to press these buttons back here, the toga buttons. So we have takeoff down here on this screen. I can go ahead and switch to this camera so you can see my throttles. Haha. You see I have to like hold these in a weird way because they're so low. Alright, we're center line. Let's get the landing lights on. Start the clock. We'll go about 1.2 on the EPR. Somewhere around there. And toga. Oh, I need to select takeoff. And toga. There we go. Now we're going. I'm still working on this camera view. I'm gonna have to do a little messing around with it, I think. So we got a little bit of a crosswind I'm having to fight. Hopefully we'll get some windage showing up on our PFD or our nav display. So we can make sure to turn into the crosswind. Have the volume turned up a little bit. There's V1. There's the rotate. And we're off the ground. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Best view in the house. And best sound in the house right here. My favorite seat in the MD-80. I wish these planes still flew so much. That's the way a jet should sound. Let's go nav. And we'll start accelerating here, so we'll nose down a little bit. Follow the flight director. I'm trimming the plane. Go ahead and bring some flaps in. Bring the flaps up. We'll go climb power. I'll set back to this camera. I'm just hand flying it. We have another caution. That's the fuel in the center tank. That's okay. We have plenty of fuel. And then I'm going to go ahead and set VNav here as well. We have VNav climb and nav track. Except I'm not sure what the VNav is doing. It's doing some weird stuff. Try to trim the plane out. We need to accelerate up to 240 knots. Go ahead and bring this left-hand turn here. Once we get around this turn down here, this left-hand turn on departure, we'll flip on the autopilot. Make sure flaps are up, speed brakes are retracted, everything's good. Flying through a cloud. Hell yeah. But right here is where we should be to maintain our speed. With our attitude. We can accelerate a little bit. Our VNav pushed our speed up. Kind of scared to turn on VNav. Let's go vertical speed. Let's go autopilot. And let's go VNav. Okay, VNav captured. We're good. So now it'll follow the magenta line and keep us on a vertical profile with our altitude. So we should be good there. That's the autopilot on. We'll clean up the plane, turn off the nose lights. We want to keep the landing lights on though. Turn off the wing lights. Can disarm the speed brake. And outside of that, we should be good to go. We'll jump up here. There's nothing up here we need to do. So with that, we're out of here. Go back to the best view in the house. I flew on an MD-80 for the last time when they retired them in 2018, I think. American did. And I was that nerd in the back with my camera filming. I actually have I filmed the takeoff. I was very proud of myself. I was that kid. I even whipped out my, mini shotgun mic for my, camera. Professional photographer that day. So we'll look in here at Navigraph. Then look at the departure here. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so you guys can actually see. There we go. Other thing I'm gonna have to get used to is where everything is on my overlay. So like I can't put anything over at the top left because I have the flight data there. My camera's at the bottom left now. So I gotta keep that in mind, but we took off this way. We made this left turn out. If we go to the other side of the airplane, we can actually see DFW. Somewhere down here. I think it's going to be down here once we fly a little bit further. Tell you about Twitch? Okay, we have a lot to cover. See if we can see the airport. Where is it? I always look for it whenever I fly out of Dallas. Always look for the airport. I think it's cool to see. There it is. Here's the airport. Okay, so Twitch is making interesting business decisions. I guess it's a polite way to put it. So what they're doing is they're bringing out policies on branding. This isn't necessarily, this doesn't impact me because I'm not branded with anybody. But here, I'll pull it up. I'll try to find, here's what we'll just do. We'll just go to, we'll just search Twitch in news on Google and see what comes up. I'm sure somebody's reported on this. From Forbes, Twitch continues to excel at bad decisions and worse communication. We'll give this article a look. This will probably sum it up pretty well. Okay. So, another day, another example of Twitch making absolutely baffling decisions affecting the livelihood of its creators. This time around, it was changes to sponsorship guidelines in terms of streams that show brand logos or video, a common request among third-party deals with streamers. Basically what that means is let's say I partner with Logitech, right? As a streamer, Logitech, the company, they make gaming peripherals. They want to partner with me. They send me their products. And then I put a Logitech logo on my screen. Actually, I can show you an example of this. Let me go to... Doesn't look like there's anybody live right now that I follow. But one of the bigger flight sim streamers, Chewy, he's partnered with a bunch of brands. So if we go here, he puts on his starting soon screen the brands that he's partnered with, right? So we have Discord, he's partnered with GT Omega, he's partnered with Thrustmaster, Any Builds, Fractal Designs, he's a Flight Sim Expo partner. All these different logos are on his stream. Just making sure I didn't close the thing I was talking about. So, Twitch came out with a policy that has to do with that. On-stream logos cannot be larger than 3% of the screen size. Burned-in video ads are not allowed. Burned-in display ads are not allowed. Burned-in audio ads are not allowed. So what this is, all of those logos that I just showed you cannot be bigger than 3% of screen size. Really tiny. Burned-in video ads, it's not something you see very often. Kayla, you've probably seen them on, like, when you're watching the comments on Twitch. If they run ads, like if the MLAS, is that what it is? MLAS. Major League Arena. Yeah, like the local ads. MASL. Good lord. Eventually I was going to figure it out. If they run their own ads, that would be a burned-in video ad and audio ad, because that's not through Twitch. A Twitch ad would be if you're watching a Twitch stream and it gives you at the top of the screen, an ad is playing and then gives you the time. That's Twitch ad. The burned-in display ads are these. They're advertisements. That's what they are. And then, like, even if you go here where he's actually streaming, you can see he has the logos and the ads on his stream. So anyway, that's that. This led to a tsunami of pushback from essentially every major and minor streamer still left on the platform, including high-profile streamers like Asmongold threatening to leave. Because you got to keep in mind, these big streamers, that's their livelihood. You know, it's really, really difficult to be able to make a living off of just subscriptions on Twitch. The way that a lot of these creators will make their money is they can partner with other companies. So you could, like, I don't know, the big one in gaming is G Fuel. If you partner with G Fuel, you get a code. Every time somebody uses that code, you get a little kickback from the sale. That's pretty much how it works. So this is directly messing with streamers' livelihood. Okay, so that in and of itself, not great. Then, Twitch had to backtrack. Here's Twitch's response. Twitch responded to the anger at the end of the day with a somewhat nonsensical statement. It was pretty nonsensical. Here's what they said. Today's branded content policy update was overly broad. This created confusion and frustration, and we apologize for that. We do not intend to limit streamers' ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors, and we understand that this is an important part of how streamers earn revenue. So, yeah, we wanted to clarify our existing ad policy that was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks from selling burned-in video and display ads on Twitch, which is consistent with other major services. We missed the mark with the policy language and will rewrite the guidelines to be clear. Thank you for sharing your concerns. We appreciate your feedback. We'll notify, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so they said they're going to change it. Anyway, they didn't change anything. of course, because it's Twitch, right? Language remains the same on the webpage, including the 3% rule, which seems unsustainable for most branding deals. How are you going to convince a brand to partner with you if you can only show a logo that is 3% of the screen size? This logo on the back of the streamer's chair is bigger than 3% of the screen size. Yeah, people are saying Twitch needs to have a better communication, which has been the case for a while. The problem is all these decisions seem to be getting made without consulting creators in any meaningful capacity with little regard for the practical implications. This remains especially frustrating because Twitch, in search of greater revenue, is owned by mega corporation Amazon. Twitch is owned by Amazon, by the way. While YouTube, despite its own issues, does not consistently strike out at this level under its Google ownership. All things considered, YouTube's been doing okay recently compared to Twitch. I know YouTube has had its issues in the past, but I think YouTube, more so than Twitch, has made better strides at trying to make up for its mistakes of not putting creators first. And you can tell that they're a lot more creator focused than they were a couple years ago. I'm not saying they are very good in terms of creator focus, they're not, but they're a lot more creator focused. And that's the major problem that people are seeing with Twitch, is they're not focused on their creators. As such, many Twitch creators have left the platform, but we do exist in a world where there are more or less only 2 games in town. Facebook is struggling, and it's difficult and dangerous to try to move your Twitch audience somewhere else. Even on Kick has not been around long enough to establish itself. YouTube live streaming isn't the focus of YouTube, right? So like the reason I'd be streaming on YouTube is, first things first, right? I enjoy streaming, but also what I can do is when I'm done with this live stream, it goes up as a YouTube video, basically. So I'll be able to supplement my content with this. That's the great thing about YouTube, is everything you do supplements content. That's not all. There's more. Oh wait, there's more. Twitch. See if I can actually find the can find the actual thing. Might have to go to Twitter to find it. It's easier to find this stuff on Twitter. Twitch, Billy. Okay, here it is. I'm a Twitch affiliate on Twitch, which means I'm able to have a subscribe button where you can choose to donate $5 a month, $2.50 of which I actually see because Twitch takes half of it for some reason, even though they're owned by Amazon. That's neither here nor there. This is added to the affiliate agreement. If you or we terminate this agreement, a maintenance fee will be deducted from your remaining bouts. The maintenance fee will be lesser of the accrued program fees for your Twitch account, or $25. So basically what this is saying is if you end your affiliate agreement, they charge you $25. Which was not the case before. So now, the only reason I can think of why they did this is because people want to multi-stream between Twitch and Kick. Because Kick is growing like crazy in light of all of this. And people want to multi-stream between the two. And in order to multi-stream without being held legally liable, you have to end your affiliate contract because you can't multi-stream on your affiliate contract. Yeah. Joey, if you terminate your affiliate program, they charge you $25. Now, to be fair, this comes out of your revenue. So like if I go to my Twitch dashboard right now, I go to earnings. Go to payouts, I guess. Okay. So at 49.42, what would happen is if I terminate my affiliate agreement, they subtract $25 from that. So that's how they'll charge you the $25. It's not like they're gonna send you a bill to your credit card. To be fair, okay, that's better than like paying, but hold on a second. Do they need that money? They're owned by Amazon. So that's another thing people are getting pissed about. Is that. We can just go to Twitch trending, I guess. Sorry, I didn't mean for this stream to become anti-Twitch stream, but you know. It is a thing. To be boycott Twitch still streaming. It was trending earlier today. Boycott Twitch. I think those are the two major things that happened. But regardless, it's still like ridiculous. And there's been a whole thing of like people deleting their accounts on Twitch. And a whole lot of other things. So I mean, it's getting some steam. And then Kick, of course, has been riding in on top of all of this. Somebody subscribed to Kick. What? Oh, Kick subscribed to Mr. Beast. Oh, okay. Your Twitter take, we'll have to look at your Twitter take. Like, 7TV is integrated with Kick, that's a good thing. They doubled their 24-hour sign-up record. You know, sharing this thing, how the earnings split works. For 5,000 subs on Twitch, you'd get 12,500. On Kick, you'd get 23,750 to do a 95-5 split. Twitch died today. Or Wikipedia page. I wonder if that's still up. I doubt it. No. Streamlabs is going to be integrating with Kick. There was something else that Kick posted. I don't know. I'm still not sold on Kick being the alternative. Just because they're owned by Stake, which is a gambling site. I feel like this is just a way to get people into gambling. Joey's Twitter take. Let's take a look. Yep. Fuck around, you find out. That's the one. That's the one! You fuck around, you find out. Yeah, I didn't realize I was that close to a Twitch payout. Maybe I need to stream on Twitch one more time. Hit that. I guess. I don't know. I ain't in it for the money. I don't care. I like giving the option because inevitably people will ask, how can I subscribe? It's like even on YouTube I put the donation link because I know if I didn't, people would be like, well, you don't have a donation link. Where's your donation link? Well, it's down there, I promise. There we go. Well, we're in cruise. I'll zoom out. Still got a little bit of time before top of descent. Something I do need to do is I need to go open up sound settings. My input device should not be a webcam. It should be my chat mic. Come on, Windows 10. Stop switching it every single time I plug something in. Mozilla Firefox, you can output to music for now. Thank you. So that way I can go here and we can get some tunes going. See if we can go for like a jazzy vibe. Jazz. It's jazz. Traditional jazz? There we go. More what I'm looking for. Whoa. We get a nice camera angle to hang out on. There we go. There's some Maddog for you. I just realized the music is completely not coming through. Why didn't anybody say anything? There we go. This is Epidemic Sound, so I'm allowed to use it. Did you guys actually, like, sit there? Well, I guess, okay. To be fair, I guess it was coming through on a different channel for, like, the stream intro. Start talking about music, and you guys are like, oh, well, just let them figure it out. So supportive. So the thing we have to decide is now the Flight Sim channel, pretty much everything is done with it. Like I got transitions, screens and everything for the live streams. I got content uploading. The Flight Sim channel is pretty much in full swing. Now what we need to decide as a community is, are we sticking with Twitch? Or are we going to go full send on Kick? Or I guess on YouTube. With the other, my other channel. So, for those of you who don't know, in case you're here, chilling, hanging out, and you haven't been around the whole Keegan Toga, full power Toga thing for a while, I used to stream on Twitch all the time. I've been streaming on Twitch since 2015. But in light of everything going on with Twitch, I don't know if it's going to be around for much longer. So even though I don't think Kick is necessarily a long-term solution to Twitch's problems, I don't know if Twitch can survive. It keeps making stupid mistakes, you know? So we got to figure out where we're going. Don't make you download Kick again, please. Okay. The thing with Kick is, I really feel like it's going to die as soon as, like right now it's in like a really strong growth phase. But eventually, and it's already started to happen, is creators are going back to Twitch because that's where the community is. The whole thing with Kick right now is you follow me, I follow you. And we both try to grind to affiliate. And then once you get there, everybody vanishes. So, I don't know. I don't know. But Kick is a lot more similar to Twitch than YouTube is. I mean, Kick is like an actual live streaming platform. I don't know, maybe I do make you re-download Kick. Because to be fair, I won't be making you do it. You don't have to watch me, I guess. My cup condensated all over my table. Hold on. Like, I mean, I moved the flight sim stuff over to YouTube. I did not expect, like, I'd be surprised if anybody that watched flight sim on Twitch follows over to YouTube. And my Twitch channel has kind of hit a lull. I watch every stream and you know this. I know. I don't know. I I gotta figure out, because if Kick is gonna grow like crazy, I might be able to get in on some of that. But at the same time though, I prefer Twitch over Kick, just the website itself. So honestly, I mean, I don't know. Lots of thinking will have to be done on this front. We'll have to figure it out. You guys interested in YouTube analytics? You want to see YouTube analytics? I don't know, we can look at YouTube analytics. Why not? See how things are going. I've gained 11 subscribers since I started uploading, which is nice. I need to figure out the algorithm, I guess. This first video did okay. This one was a short. I don't think I'm going to do very many shorts on this channel. There's not a ton of like clippable things that happen in flight sim. And then this video, it's still gathering views. Like we can go to the analytics from my last video. It's still growing, which is nice to see. It's only been up for 3 days since Monday. A lot of them coming from YouTube recommendations, so I guess it is hitting the algorithm. View duration is 1 minute in a 29-minute video. Love it. It's about what I expected, though. I mean, honestly, what's going to happen is people will... it's like this. People will watch the intro. They'll get bored and they'll skip to the thing they want to see, like probably like the takeoff. Nobody's watching throughout the cruise. They'll watch the landing and then they'll go watch something else. So that's why with these videos I'm trying to edit them down as much as possible. So like from Dallas to Denver is almost a 2-hour flight. I edited it down to 26 minutes. And then like this other one, I edited down to 29 minutes. So, I don't know. That's my strat. We'll see how it goes. I think if I just keep being consistent, try to get these videos up once a week, and try to keep a good, consistent editing style with them, I think we'll be okay. Thing with flight sim is it's very hard to grow. Kind of like with any established niche, it's gonna be really hard to grow. There's already people that own it. Like on Twitch, Chewy owns flight sim. On YouTube, Captain Canada does. And they're both great creators. So it's not trying to like jump in here and be like, I'm better than them. It's not at all what I'm trying to do. Well, this is something I enjoy. So might as well give it a shot. But I think the two-folded benefit of live streaming on YouTube is that this video, the stream, once I finish the stream, will go up as a video, so it can still garner viewerships through the algorithm after I'm done streaming, which will be nice. I need to figure out how to make the throttle camera better. I feel like my hand takes up the whole thing. I don't know. We can play around with that a little bit. I'll try to mess with that before I stream again. I think right now it's only going to be like one stream a week. One video a week, one stream a week. I'll try to schedule them. That's another thing I really like about YouTube compared to Twitch, is Twitch doesn't have like a subscription box like YouTube has. You have a following list, but when you schedule a stream on YouTube, that goes to everybody's sub box, which is awesome. So then people see that whenever they go to their subscriptions. So, you know, in theory, as the channel grows, as I get more people subscribed and things like that, people actually see that, and then they'll know, hey, right off the rip, when they open up YouTube, this person's streaming at this time. So, big hand boy. Oh, big hand. You know what they say about dudes with big hands. I was trying to look at information on this Midwest Fest that's coming up. Go to Twitter and look at the Pioneers page. Hey, Joey, you liked my tweet. I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go to this or not. So, in Kansas City, we're having a Midwest Fest. It's true. It's been being put on by Level Up. Rolla is gonna work the first day of it. He's gonna be working at Level Up, so he'll be there. But I'm having a hard time figuring out what's actually gonna be going on. I guess we can watch this video of what's gonna be going on. That might be important to see, I guess.
You just let this happen? You smell that? June is in the air. June is in.
Can I make this bigger without? I guess not.
You
Okay.
just let this happen? You smell that? June is in the air. June is in the air. We're almost here. June 16th, June 17th is Midwest Fest. We have so much to talk about. We have so much to clue you guys in. Nick, Rich, go ahead and take it away. Let them know.
Man, first things first, we have Army National Guard as the presenting tournament sponsor of Midwest.
Why is the
Fest.
military
These
sponsoring
groups
this?
3 games with a $1,000 prize pool each. We have Call of Duty Gunfight, Apex Legends, and Rocket League. Shout out to Army National Guard for doubling our prize pool. Grab your team, come out and compete.
And after you get done competing, maybe even during while you're competing, Buffalo Wild Wings is coming out for both days to do a blazing, and I'm not just talking about loud, hot, a blazing hot wing competition. So no matter if you're
I'll do the hot wings competition.
No matter, you can come in and participate in this blazing hot wing challenge brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'll do
I saw a lot
anything
of
for
people
some good
talking online
wings.
saying they're going to win the Blazing Challenge too. If you're watching this, you were probably on the timeline or in my DMs talking about how you're going to win the challenge, and I'm holding you guys accountable. Also, we've teamed up with the leading streetwear brand in Kansas City, Made Mob, to come out with 3 event-exclusive tees that will only be available in person at Midwest Fest.
It's gonna be crispy, it's gonna be classy. Made Mob always does it right. And then on top of that, I know we just keep stacking more and more and more and more. Have you ever tried your hand at baseball? Have you you ever tried to hit a home run before?
It's been a minute.
Well, at Midwest Fest, thanks to the Negro Leagues, you can come in and use the Negro League story pack and go ahead and start that home run derby dream of yours right on MLB The Show.
Man, as fun as a home run derby sounds, I know it's exhausting. So shout out to Price Chopper. We have them coming through to set up a hydration station where you can refuel throughout the weekend with snacks.
Make sure you hydrate.
Outdoors. It's going to be a great time.
And after getting hydrated because of Price Chopper, man, we got something real special going on. Red Bull is coming in the first stop of the Red Bull Ready Check competition. You get to test your skills at AIM Lab to qualify for a chance at $100,000. That's crazy. Red Bull's doing it big here at Midwest Fest.
We have a lot of different ways to.
I'm surprised Red Bull is still in
If that's
gaming.
not really your thing. You're more of a
Kind of dropped
casual,
other gaming
laid-back
creators.
gamer. That's still okay because we have a lot of different panels going on throughout the weekend where you can hear from industry professionals such as myself, Kingston, more members of the Pioneers, and we're bringing out special guests like Verholst, Snipedown, and Jay Leray as well.
Snipedown's gonna be there?
VIP NFM is coming through.
I'm gonna go just to meet Snipedown. All right, I'm going.
VIP, and they're giving away some things. One notably, a nice brand new Tears of the Kingdom OLED Nintendo Switch that I know will look real good. Not just sitting in VIP, but at somebody's house enjoying a brand new game.
You know what else would look good in someone's house?
One of these?
Yeah, actually. We partnered up with Mavix to give away a brand new
Okay, I want to put something out there. Those Mavix chairs suck. They're absolutely terrible. Don't go to win a Mavix chair. Those are the worst chair I've ever sat in. Anyway,
chair
disclaimer.
each day of the event, so you and your duo can start winning more gunfights.
No wonder they're giving them
We
away.
have so many different activations throughout the weekend, and we can't wait for everybody to experience all the hype around Midwest Fest. So many different events are held on the coast cities, and we really want to bring something to a centralized location like the Midwest where people like us can get together and meet their online friends that they've been gaming with for years that they've never had to get an opportunity to meet before.
VIPs are sold out. General admission tickets are on their way. To cop one of these and to get your exclusive badges, to be able to get access, to be able to feel that passion, that creativity in person, go ahead to Eventbrite, cop your tickets, June 16th and June 17th. You gotta be there.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold. I feel like if you're into Call of Duty or Apex or whatever the other game was, I feel like you'd be into that. I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on it. I didn't get to meet Snipedown at HCS though. Go to Nerdfest if you want to go. Okay, I'll let you know. I guess. I got to meet. Who did I get to meet at HCS? I met so many people. I got to meet Spartan. I got to meet Uber Nick. I got to meet the Act Man. I met the Act Man in the bathroom. And then I made a joke that he found funny about how I'd get a picture with him, but we're in the bathroom. And he's like, no, we'll pose with the toilets in the background. That was funny. And then I didn't see him again. I really wanted to get a picture with him. I met Alamite. I met Ace. I met so many people. I didn't get to meet Snipedown, though. Snipedown's a dude in Halo I have watched forever, ever since I started watching Halo. He's one of the legends. Rocket League. Car soccer. Car soccer's not my thing. I'll be real. Alright, I'm gonna plug in the Arrival. We'll jump back into Flight Sim for a little bit, I guess. Okay. So let's pull up Navigraph. We'll take a peek at what's going on in Kansas City. Zoom this out so we can actually type there. So if we go to flights, we'll go to the Kansas City charts, information, weather. How are things looking in Kansas City? We have smoke in the air from the Canada wildfires, but it's not impacting our visibility too much. Winds are 120 at 8. So I think runway... What did it want us to land? Runway 1? I feel like runway 9 would be what I would want to land. We can look and see what they're actually landing IRL. Let's take a peek. Got a flight radar. Let's see what's landing at Kansas City. KMCI. We'll see how many things I can point out around the area while we're landing. Okay. You are going to Los Angeles. Screw you. So we're landing 1 left. One thing to note is that we're not going to have the new terminals in the sim. Those aren't in the sim. So we'll be parking over here at the old boys. American parks over here. Yeah, my favorite one was the freaking... The 4 nations lived in harmony and then the Fire Nation attacked and the fucking Fire Nation is Canada. So we'll land runway 1 left. That was the one that killed me. Runway 1 left. Back here to flights. We'll plug this in. We're taking... 1 left. Oh my gosh. So they added new arrivals to Kansas City and things actually line up now. So I put in 1 right, didn't I? Whatever. We'll land runway 1 right. Why not? Oh, that's runway 1 right. Take the Wooting 2 from the Stassen transition, and then the transition to the arrival is going to be Bonner. Enter that. We need to come up here and reset the MCP altitude down. Set like 10,000 for now. Yeah, the Avatar one. I also love the Ron Swanson. How much does it cost to send a letter to Canada? Who's the letter to? Canada. It says, Dear Canada. Fuck you. Ron Swanson's my spirit animal. I freaking love Ron Swanson. Alright, so that's all in there good. So we'll start descending once we get to top of descent here, and it should just go ahead and start us down. Can double check here. See what the intercept altitude is for the arrival. If we go here, ILS 1 right. It actually makes sense we're landing 1 right because we're going to the old terminal. So 2,900. So do 3,000. Can look up here. We need to get our ILS frequency in 110.75. And then 011 on the course. And then we can get our minimums. Decision height is going to be 200 feet. So we'll tune that in here. Boom. And there we go. Everything's in. Our airport elevation, we need that too. It's going to be 1,027 feet. So up here, we'll get that. This is at 1,000 feet right there. Boom. Send me a voice message so I can hear what your reaction was. Okay. What do we got? That's hilarious. I love that. I love that. See, do I have a GoPro view? If I jump over here, gotta like do this thing. Is this sim paused? I turned on the active pause somehow. I don't know how I did that. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. Can I set the replay? Yes. We can do replays. I figured it out. We're gonna get replays of this landing. Hell yeah. I guess I'm not gonna mess with the views because it paused when I did that. I don't know. Look out this side for a little bit. See, I don't know. I have been getting really good TikToks recently. I don't know what I did. I don't know how my algorithms got me that lucky. Good night. Hey, good night. I will see you tomorrow. Movie night Friday. I'm very excited. Be watching Into the Spider-Verse so we can go see the new one. I'll text you. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, my TikTok algorithm has been great recently. Like for the first time ever, I've been able to like sit here and just scroll through TikToks all day. It's been pretty nice. It's what I've been doing at work because there's not much work to do, honestly. Been really slow at work recently. So like today I got to work between noon and 3. There was nothing to do. Like literally nothing. Because we got everything done yesterday that we needed to get done. So at 3 our work starts and we got the work done by 5. So then from like 5 to 8, we're just kind of sitting around twiddling our thumbs again. I went and hid downstairs in the like break lobby or whatever of the building. I was like, I ain't gonna like sit at my desk if I don't have to. I'll go sit in a comfy chair in a lobby. All right, looks like we're on our way down. Speed's looking good. So we don't need to worry about speed breaks or anything. Looks like everything's good. As we get closer to the airport, we'll worry about our approach VREFs and anything. I can switch this over to the landing data. But for now, we can just fly our way down. So we can turn on the weather radar. The weather radar is kind of hit or miss with planes. I don't know if it works on this plane. Some planes, it just doesn't work. I don't think they've opened up the API to the developers yet. So it's just kind of a crapshoot whether it works or not, which is okay. I'm sitting here, I keep looking over my shoulder. My dog is like super comfortable in bed. I'm sitting here like, I can't wait to go to bed because I'm going to be super comfortable too. Got all my new bed stuff. I may look at the thing that Kayla sent me. A mattress topper. I don't think I need one. But at the same time though, I want to be as comfortable as possible. Was sleeping. This is the first time I've ever seen a Ron DeSantis tweet in my Twitter feed. I actually can't remember off the top of my head what Ron DeSantis sounds like. Trying to like read the tweet in his voice and I can't picture it. I don't know. Call of Duty removed their Nick Merckx operator bundle. Interesting. Nick Merckx has been canceled, I guess. Interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how the whole Nick Merckx thing pans out. It just kills me that people are willing to cancel other people. Or try to cancel other people just because of differing opinions. We're not all going to agree on the same thing. Like, and we may still agree on the same things, and we're not going to have the exact same take as each other. People need to realize that. I think when we can realize that, a lot of the discourse in our society will start to fade away. Because I think one of the major problems is a lack of understanding of other people. I dislike it. Altimeter is 29er, 89er in Kansas City. So we'll plug that in here. 29er, 89er. Then because this plane reset itself to metric, we got to go up here and plug in 1012 in the landing barrow. So we have that there. That should be good. We're pretty well on our way down. And as we get a little bit closer, I'll be able to start like pointing out things since I live in this area. Where are we right now? Do this, we'll switch our map to the world map. What lake is this? Oh, no idea, I guess. Wakarusa? In Clinton, Kansas? Okay. I did not know that place existed. What's this up here? I don't know the lakes on the Missouri side. Or on the Kansas side. Like on the Missouri side, this is Smithville Lake. Come down here, I think this is either Longview or Blue Springs Lake. Obviously Lake Lotawana down there. There's another lake here. Oh, Little Blue. the stuff on the Missouri side. I don't know the stuff on the Kansas side. Or at least not as well. I don't go to Kansas for my lake activities, I guess. Make sure we keep this chart handy in case we need it. We can look at the go-around procedure. Climb to 1500 and climb to 4000. So we'll climb to 1500, make a right turn, go to Napoleon. Then we'll hold at Napoleon. We need to go around. So we'll have to make sure we put in 4000 on the MCP altitude after we catch the glide slope. Just in case we need to go around. I don't see a reason why we would need to, but in case we need to. You never know. One thing that annoys me is I feel like the buttons are super touchy with switching views and stuff. It's like I'll switch a view, and if I hold the button for just slightly too long, it'll like flash between the views, which is kind of annoying. Coming up on 10,000. We'll get the landing lights on. This is one of my favorite things about the MD-80. Is we can go ahead, even though we're at 250 knots, and get our slats extended. That can help just add some drag to help us slow down, and a little bit of lift too. But mainly I like it for the drag, so you don't have to sit here and ride the speed brake the entire way down, which is nice. We get down here on the actual approach into the runway, we'll be flying over KCK, so there's like the Legends and stuff like that on the Kansas side of Kansas City. The Schlitterbahn water park, which had the slide that decapitated a kid, used to be there. That water park is not open anymore. They got sued into the ground, and they deserved it. I know that's over here on this side. But they've, since I've flown into Kansas City in the sim, they've changed these arrivals. It's been so long since I've flown into my home airport that I don't recognize this arrival. I've never taken this arrival, but it's nice that they have RNAV arrivals now, and that they also I didn't know I could click on this and change the view. The RNAV arrivals, they're nice, and then they actually have a transition from the arrival to the approach, which is also nice. It used to not be the case. Used to not be the case at all. The FAA said you're getting a new airport? Well, you're getting a new everything, fool. Which, I'm not complaining about it. I think we'll actually turn the music off, turn the sound up a little bit. And get ready for the landing here. We'll make sure we watch the landing from this view on the replay. I have to restart the sim in between flights, so that's why we're able to do replays for both flights, which will be kind of nice. One thing I do need to work on is I need to get the bot set up for YouTube. I don't have like Nightbot commands running or anything, so I do want to get those set up so those run. That'd be fun. See if I can do any kind of viewer rewards even though I'm not partnered on YouTube. See if I can come up with anything so that there's stuff to do in chat aside from just sit there and watch. I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't have much experience with streaming on YouTube. Most of my streaming has all been done on Twitch, so that's where I like know things, I guess. So go ahead and go speed select. Start bringing our speed back. And should be able to pull back the speed and keep our vertical profile going. We have the ILS lighting up here. So once we start intercepting the localizer, we can arm the ILS. That good. Our flaps 0 speed is 160. So we get flaps 15 at this notch here, 149. Probably pop those out a little bit early. And actually, I think we'll go ahead to here and actually dial... What is it? Flaps 5? I think it is. Is the landing flaps I put in there? So go ahead and go flaps 5. The landing gear cutout can go away. Not close enough for that. We got flaps 5 in. We're still slowing down. Still nice and slowing down. Great thing about the MD-80 is it will slow down pretty much on its own. You don't have to use much speed brakes or anything. Of course, now that I say that, I'm going to have to use speed brakes. So we can go ahead and arm the ILS. So we'll be intercepting that soon. Go ahead and go flaps 11. Now it's turning on to the ILS. There it is. Tracking the localizer. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brake. Auto brakes 1 are selected. We can't arm those yet because we have to get the landing gear down, get the flaps fully retracted. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a little bit of speed brakes. We're getting above our descent path here. So we'll go vertical speed. Drop that. We're getting above our profile there. 2500, we'll get the gear out. I'm gonna go ahead and take throttle controls. We'll go idle.
Gear down.
We should grab glide slope. There we go. Bring the speed brakes in. We'll start turning back for our V approach. It's going to be 136 because our VREF is 131. And then I'm going to keep the flaps coming out.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 28 in.
Flaps 28.
We're slowing down nice. Let's go ahead and get the replay recording. Sequence is recording. So that's good. Arm the speed brakes. We'll go full flaps. Turn on the throttle cam. And then I will go ahead and grab the airplane here. My airplane. Trying to keep some good power in. I didn't arm the speed brake or the auto brakes, so we need to do that. Gonna slow us down a little bit here. Then I'm visual now. I'm just watching the runway. Continue.
Light slow 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There we go.
2 in reverse.
Get the reverse. Up to 60 knots. There's 60 knots. Take out the reversers. Get my feet to the brakes. Start using manual braking. Should be able to take this turn off here. Absolutely. We're bringing the flaps in. The speed brakes in. We should be able to turn here. And we'll be going over here to this terminal here. This is default scenery. I wasn't about to buy scenery for an airport that doesn't exist anymore in its current format, so we're dealing with default scenery in Kansas City. Deal with it. It works. It's fine. Get some power up for the taxi. And then we'll go ahead and get the APU started. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how long you're supposed to hold the APU. Switch to start. I just do it for 10 seconds. Just to make sure. Looks like we lost power. Lost power to our MCP. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Interesting. Might just be a visual bug. So as we're taxiing in here. Sorry, I'll switch back over to the face cam. I'm gonna have to remember to do that. As we're taxiing in here, we'll get GSX going. It's given us 0 parking positions available. That's fine. So we'll park up at one of these American gates. American parks, or used to park on this side of the terminal anywhere over here, basically. Just these last gates down this side. So we got the APU on, so we're good there. Pull around over here. And we'll grab this Kansas City International Airport gate. Unless we don't have a yellow line, then we won't grab it. Guess we do have one. A big gate, apparently. Okay. Pull in up here. And we'll park it here. Sweet. Let me go to the replay. Stop recording. So that's all good there. And we've made it to Kansas City. We are here. New terminal is over here, where I'm circling on the screen there. It tore out. Used to be terminal A. This is terminal B here, and this is terminal C. Used to be terminal A over here. They tore that down, and then they built the new terminal over there in that area. I'm hoping eventually we get some scenery that has that. Like hopefully maybe somebody will make some or something like that. That'd be cool, but for now, that works. So what we can do is go ahead and hop back in here, get the plane configured for landing again. Make sure we get everything set up for the landing. We got to get it reconfigured so that when we go actually do the replay, everything is set up and good to go. So make sure the flaps get down, the speed brakes are armed, everything is set. We'll jump back to replay and press play. There we go. I can't change the view. Are you kidding me? What? I'm confused. Apparently, the replay is a little broken. Now it's not even showing up. Okay, well, we'll try it again in Chicago when we get there. I guess we'll give that another shot once we get there. But I'm gonna restart the sim. Get a little bit of tunes going again. There we go. And then get everything set up here. Get flight data, the bar reset. Should be fine. Edit this KMCI to KORD. Ba-boom. That's ready. We'll go into this here, sim brief. Get our flight number here. Chicago is a handcrafted airport, so we should be a little bit better with scenery wise. The American 1779 from MCI to Chicago O'Hare, K-O-R-D. MD-82, Leonardo Maddog. Kilograms. I'm not even going to bother trying to change that. We'll double check something I'm interested in. So if we go to Flight Radar 24. Just double check what is being landed on in Chicago. Looks like these planes are all coming in on 10C, so that's what we'll take. Runway 10 center. It's gonna be a little bit shorter flight than the last one we did. Not by much, but a little bit shorter. So I'll generate that flight. Then I gotta come over to OBS. Eventually I'm gonna get quicker. I forgot to do the ETA. Nobody said anything. 1979 arrival. Eventually I'll get better at getting this done in a timely manner. Resetting the overlay, everything like that. We'll get there. We'll get there. All a learning process. Get the simulator restarted. I need to get a be right back screen because I need to go use the restroom and everything. Between flights is the time to do it. Sure, this gets started up. For me, MSFS takes forever to start. I don't know what it is. It's on an SSD. It still takes its hot, sweet, hot time or whatever. MSFS is on its own time schedule. Berlin released a new single. It's all Joey. I'm not in Discord. Discord's not even open. What am I doing? I think I need to link my YouTube to my Discord. I don't know how to do that. Streamer mode's on, so I can't do that right now. Let's go ahead and transition over. Go. Get this up. Hopefully this doesn't take too terribly long to load. Pretty much have everything ready in terms of setting up the flight and everything. We'll jump in, we'll get GSX going, and then I gotta go use the restroom and all that crap. So I'll have to take a minute to do that. Come on, VATSIM. Can you go any slower? I'm afraid from my P3D days, if I touch anything while it's loading, it's going to crash. Okay. Is this really the only song that's going to play? Shuffle the music, dadgummit. There we go. All right. American Airlines MD-80, Kansas City. We'll go to... Sure. Think about here was where we were at. They'll let me pick it. There we go. About midday. We'll hit fly. Make sure all my throttles are reset. Oh. Where are we at? We're not even in a... Good Lord, GSX. I'm interested to see what it does here. It's pulling a jetway. Alright, I will jump to the tablet. Get this turned on. There we go. Make sure we get the cargo doors open. Like so. I guess we're not getting a jetway. Apparently I can't use my controller to set a view, which is annoying. Okay, that's fine. Set a view like this then. Alrighty, chat. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Will you not scroll when I'm not focused on you, application? Alright, I will be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom. And I'll be back in just a sec. All right. We're back. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's swap inside and we'll go ahead and get this plane set up quick as we can. I'll make sure I start the APU before I request the pushback this time, so we don't have to set it up again. The battery on, external power's on the bus, galley on, emergency lights armed, seatbelt signs on, our anti-icing on, lock the flight deck door, get the ram air on. We're good up there. We'll wait for this to load up. While we're waiting for that, we'll go to the weight and balance. And let me make sure I've actually generated the flight plan. I have. Sim brief OFP 51104. That's perfect. Pre-file the flight on VATSIM real quick. Pre-filed. Connected VATSIM, American 1779, MD-82. Boom, we're on. Perfect. It's like no ATC right now up to Chicago. So it's either nice or disappointing, depending on how you look at it. Alright, the plane's loaded. We'll jump down here. We are at Kansas City, KMCI. Go ahead and grab our GNS position, plug that in. KMCI to KORD, Chicago. Didn't type all of it. Nice. KORD, Chicago. Takeoff runway 01 right. And our flight plan is Bowden, BODYN, from Bowden to Loamy, LOAMY, and then we'll pick up the arrival from there. Execute that, go departures 01 right. We're going to take the Royal 9 departure, Bowden transition, execute that, go to routes, go to perf inits. And we'll get this all plugged in here so I can go based off of our flight plan for most of this here. Since I synced up with SimBrief. 9.2/N for fuel. Then our zero fuel weights is 51.1. We'll get that in there. Our reserves are going to be 1.2. Cost index 40. Cruising at 310 again. And our cruise winds are 349 at 49. A lot more windy this time around. With the IC deviation of 9. Once again, don't ask me what that means. I have no idea. Go ahead and get our takeoff stuff down here. We won't bother with trying it in the EFB. Didn't work last time. Got 131, 135, and 144. Our MACTOW is 13.5. We'll be using flaps 15. So jump down here. 13.5 is in, flaps 15. We'll get our trim lined up. Like so. We'll go ahead and get on Unicom. Boom. Get our transponder going. Should be good here. We won't worry about dialing a flap. We'll go ahead and select the takeoff button for takeoff power. Go ahead and put on our cruise altitude since there's no ATC of 31,000 feet. Go ahead and clear ourselves up there. We'll put in our speed, 250 knots. Put our position lights on, and then we'll go ahead and get the APU started. So I'll turn on the fuel pumps, since we'll be starting the engines pretty quick. And then really what I do to start the APU, I know I said 10 seconds earlier, I just wait until it starts. And then once it starts, I know it's starting, so. See if we can hear it start up. Hear that APU sound. There we go. APU should be started. It is. We'll switch it over to the bus. We'll go ahead and request pushback and departure from GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Boom. Go ahead and get our standby artificial horizon on. There we go. We'll get the yoke out of our way. We've been taking off runway 1 right, so if we open up Navigraph and see where we're at in comparison to that, we'll have to unload that flight plan, import the new one from SimBrief, like that. We'll look at our ground charts. We're here at Terminal C. We'll push back nose to the left, and we'll taxi down over to Delta and then down Foxtrot. We'll take off to the north this way. So if we do tail or nose to the left, tail to the right, we might be able to hop over here on Foxtrot and just take it all the way down from Kilo Foxtrot to 1 right. We'll have to see how the pushback goes. I'm slightly pessimistic that it's going to give us a good pushback, but you never know. It might pull something out, considering it didn't spawn us on an actual gate. So that could get interesting. We'll go nose to the left, tail to the right. It's ready for us to release parking brakes. We have the APU on. We'll get the APU air on. Our packs are off. We'll use start system B for this. And we will release the parking brakes. And we will start the right engine. We need to get the pneumatic crossfeed valves on. Forgot about those. Now we're going to wait for 21% on N2 to introduce fuel. You hear the engine starting there. 21%. Toss the fuel in. I'm not really sure what it's doing for the pushback. Kind of interesting stuff, if you ask me, pulling us forward. Pushing us back again. Weird flex, but okay. That's the right engine started. We'll turn off the start switch, close the cover. We'll start the left engine, turn the start switch on. Same thing, we'll wait for 21% here. I feel like now it's just kind of pushing us around willy-nilly. So we'll see where it ends us at. There is 21%. Introduce fuel. Where are we going? I guess not too far, just right here. I hope. Maybe? Okay, just right there. Set the parking brake. We have a good engine start, so we can go ahead and tell them. Got both engines started. We'll turn off the start valve, close the cover, turn off our ignition. We'll go ahead and turn off the APU air, turn on the packs one at a time. And then we will turn off the APU. Turn off the pneumatic cross feeds, put this to takeoff. Go ahead and set our takeoff flaps. 0, 11, and 15. We'll come over here and turn on our trans pump and our aux pump. Arm the speed brake. We should be ready for taxi. I forgot to start the block timer again. Left is clear, right is clear. Wait for them to clear away from the airplane. Flash them with the taxi light. Wave them goodbye. One thing we can do is we'll grab the ATIS here. I think it was 29er, 89er was the altimeter. We'll double check the weather here. 2990. 2990 is the altimeter. So set that. Set over here too. It did. Sweet. Sweet. They're showing us the pins are pulled, which is what we want to see. We're good to go. So we should be able to make a right turn over here. Or, sorry, a left turn and then a right turn onto Foxtrot. Just right up here. I'll have to taxi down to the other end of the runway for takeoff. I will make sure I remember to put in an ETA this time. I forgot last flight, so I will try to make sure I do that. Use a little bit of brakes here to make this turn. There we go. Keep some power in. So we fully get around the turn. Guess we can do a brakes test too. Press the brakes, they're working. Here's your taxi wing view. One of the best wing views in any airplane, if you ask me. We're gonna taxi straight down this way. We're crossing runway 9. Don't see anything over there, don't see anything over there, so we're good. Just double check VATSIM, nobody is on. I guess I should actually use Unicom this time too. Might be important to actually use the resources we have on an online network. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Coming up on the end of the runway here. I'm gonna turn up the sounds just a touch. Make sure you get some engine sounds on departure. You always want that. Keep some power into this turn. We get our transponder, TARA. Our strobe lights on. Press the toga buttons. As we turn out here, I'll go ahead and get the throttle cam up. Promise I'll work on the throttle cam. It's kind of claustrophobic right now. I got some work I need to do on it. So don't worry. Eventually it'll come. Landing lights on. We'll get 1.2. I forgot to arm the auto brake. 1.2 and toga. Also gotta start the clock too. Takeoff thrust is set. Got forward pressure. Clamp is flashing, which is what we want. 80 knots. Release the forward pressure. Well, I guess we might want flight directors too. Shit. Forgetting to do everything. There's V1. We're rotating. And we're airborne. Gear coming up. Trim the plane a little bit. There we go. Set a heading of about 340. Turn that way. They'll usually make a right turn on departure from this runway. So that's what we'll do. Start accelerating. Go ahead and set climb power. Accelerates. Start bringing the flaps in.
Climb thrust set. Flap 0.
Retract the slats.
Slats retracted.
We're descending. We don't want to do that. Kind of just playing with the trim to try to keep us accelerating but climbing. We're flying out over Smithville Lake. That's what that water is in front of us. For Smithville, Missouri. And we'll say at this point they're giving us direct to our first waypoint, so we'll go direct KCO. Insert and execute that. Hit nav. Hit VNav. We'll fly that. Flight director's gone way up again. I don't trust that. So we'll go vertical speed. Go ahead and go autopilot on, vertical speed, nav track, and we'll go VNav now. There it goes. It's holding it. Go ahead and get our nose lights off. Can disarm the speed brake, disarm the auto brakes, and we are away. Second leg to Chicago. Like I said, if we go outside, this is Smithville Lake here. And if you go down this way over here, should see it here in a second, downtown Kansas City is over here. Behind the cloud, of course. I think it is over here. Over here, sorry. There's downtown. Kansas City proper, if you will. And then the downtown airport, KMKC, is over there as well. Which used to be the international airport for Kansas City before MCI was opened. Many, many years ago, my grandpa worked at MKC and MCI. KCI. He worked for an airline called TWA, which used to be based out of Kansas City. It's not anymore. Well, it doesn't exist anymore. I guess it used to be based out of Kansas City, but it wasn't after they opened the international airport because the international airport didn't align with what they wanted in an airport, so they moved to St. Louis, and they were based out of St. Louis, Missouri. But they started in Kansas City, and their corporate headquarters was in Kansas City for the longest time. Let's see, it was downtown. I can't remember exactly where it was at. Yeah, the Trans World Airlines corporate headquarters building is what it looks like. Has the TWA. It's what it looks like today. They restored the TWA rocket on it. There, as you can see. And that's what it looks like today. It's downtown. It's pretty cool. A little bit of heritage of the city, which I'm always a fan of. Something that cracks me up about streaming flight sim, and I've noticed this in the videos I've made too, is the sim looks different on my screen than it does on the stream, or in OBS, than it does on the stream itself. It's kind of weird. It's like it has more saturation on stream. It's interesting. We'll see if we have an ETA. Something can give us an ETA. 0634 Zulu is what FlyLive has given us, so we'll go with that. So I'll get that plugged in real quick so you all know. 0634. Boom. Fully using the flight info overlay. Can you believe it? Never thought I'd see the day. So it looks like we're doing pretty good on the climb out here. The plane's pretty much flying itself. MD-80 is an older plane, but it has all the capability of like a 737. Once you learn it, it's not that difficult to learn. It seems like a lot, because there's procedures that are different for stuff like starting the engine, setting your trim and takeoff and all that is different. But it's a really fun plane to fly. If you don't have the MD-80, I'd recommend it. It's a nice little Give me a fun little challenge, and it's a fun plane to fly. And it's something a little different. There's not very many T-tail airliners in the sim. You have the CRJ and you have the MD-80. MD-80 is based off the DC-9, which was the competitor to the 737 back in the day. Many a moon ago. So, I don't know. I enjoy it. I think it's a fun plane. It's one of my favorite airliners I've ever flown on. Just because it's old doesn't mean it necessarily sucks. You know what I mean? There we go. A little bit of jazz. You like jazz? Go ahead and hop back inside. We're through transition altitude, so we'll get that all set to transition. Pop out here. I'm surprised I can't move the cinematic camera around. The drone camera. See what we got in terms of our views. Nothing too cool, I guess. I don't like using the default external camera. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like you're limited with what you can do. I really wish they'd open up the camera API to like chase plane or something. Just make it so much easier. Alright, we'll take a look at FS Elite and see if there's anything cool going on. Looks like Aerosoft's new plane is going to be the A330. I think I heard about this. Competing directly with the Headwind, I guess. Hoping the Headwind A330 turns out good. Because I don't want to pay for an A330 if I can have one for free. You know what I mean? They wrote, let's close this discussion. If you do not want our A330 Neo, you simply don't buy it. Nice. I like how they marked out the mix of optimism and just left disappointment. That's hilarious. Hoping the next plane would be the A340. A340 would be cool. We're gonna go for the smaller fish after the A330 Neo. Interesting. I wonder what that's gonna be. I feel like people are not the most excited about the A330 Neo. That's kind of the sentiment I've gotten. I'm excited for this Fokker F-28. It's gonna be fun. I'm very excited for this. Beta testing is well underway on the F-28. and the light at the end of the development tunnel is in sight. Shouldn't have to wait too much longer. Hell yeah. Have we seen the panel yet? Oh, heck yeah. Old dials? That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Have to watch everybody learn how to do RadNav navigation, radials and crap. Everybody's gotten comfy with their FMCs. It's gonna be fun. Feel There releases St. Louis. I'm gonna wait for somebody else to get this. A lot of scenery developers are porting sceneries over directly from P3D, and they don't look great. Mini FCU went live for only $99 and sold out in 5 minutes. That would have been fun to have. Wish I knew about that. Simple FCU. This is interesting on the X-Plane side of things. So, AnyBuilds is coming out with a new expansion for the A310. But they removed the A310 from sale. Which means you can only get it in wow, they only for the final day of the Mayhem sale. They had the Beluga for $9.99. I don't have the Beluga. As technically I don't have X-Plane 11 anymore, so wouldn't matter, but it's a good price. I hope y'all took advantage of this. $10 for these planes. That's an amazing price. Anyway, they're coming out with a new expansion for the A310 for X-Plane 11. The A310's not going to X-Plane 12, and they're not selling it anymore, so it's kind of interesting. So, I'll have to see how that pans out. Saw that the Xbox Simmers finally got the PMDG, which is awesome. It's exciting. I'm gonna jump in and make sure this is on VNav. It is. When I was doing my test flights in the Maddog and the beta, it was not staying on VNav. So I walked away to go do something, and I came back and it was at like 46,000 feet, still climbing, which was annoying. But we're doing good now. We're still doing good. What else we got? How to learn how to fly gliders? X-Plane 12? I feel like MSFS is the glider simulator if you want to fly gliders, because the default scenery is just great. In terms of like the ortho, the default ground scenery. Oops, I did not mean to click on that. We got... Never tried a helicopter in a flight simulator. That could be fun. If you'd be interested in trying to watch me try to learn a helicopter, let me know. I haven't seen many flight simmers fly helicopters. Navigraph has released its own avionics plugin. What is this? Avionics plugin brings a seamless integration and display of navigational charts into the simulator's default G3000 and 5000. TBM and the Cessna Longitude. That could be fun. That could be really fun to mess around with. I may look into that. I don't know if it works with the avionics update beta though. So I might wait until might wait until it's full release to give this a try on the default airplanes. I don't own this Honda Jet or SF50, so I can't try it in those. Developer is planning on expanding this further in future integrations with the G1000 NXI and the Pro line. That could be fun. I think the G1000 is what's in like the default 172. So that could be really fun. I think we've made it to top of climb. Yeah, we made it there. We're going to go ahead and get the arrival set up, even though we're still a little farther out, so we can just kind of chill and watch the wing views. So we'll go arrival. We're going to be landing 10 center in Chicago. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Navigraph so we can take a look at what we're doing. So for landing 10 center, should we do an RNAV? We'll do the RNAV. RNAV runway 10 center from Gibbons. Into O'Hare. Alright, so we'll erase that. We'll go find the RNAV 10 center, Gibbons. We're using the Shane 2 arrival with the Lomi transition. Boom. Get that plugged in. We'll get an updated top of descent. Somewhere in our flight plan. Yeah, it gives us a little bit more time in cruise. Our top of descent isn't until after Riley. So that should be good. I need to go ahead and set my alarm. I gotta get up and mow the yard tomorrow. So I need to go in here and set my alarm for that. I'm trying a new setup on my home screen on my phone. I'm still getting used to it. Up at 9:30. I should be able to knock the yard out in an hour. Around 10:30, take a shower, go to work. And get off from work, go home. Except not go home. I'm gonna go to movie night, which is gonna be awesome. Can't wait for that. A neat little video on Instagram of a British Airways A350 landing. You can see the brakes getting hot and glowing orange. It's kind of cool. Concert inside a Burger King. Pull up for a Whopper and you get a metal concert. It's a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal if you ask me. Alright, we're level. Cruise, I'm gonna pop my watch on the charger real quick. Hang on one sec. Had to like crawl across my bed because I have like my pathway to my nightstand cut off. So I'm thinking this weekend I'm gonna get another video put up. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to do a long haul on the 787. Try to do a flight with the avionics update. Show you guys it if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, another flight to show. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. Something different. I feel like with the shorter flights, like I did London to Klagenfurt in Austria. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. My last video. I feel like with the shorter ones, editing it up and everything, it's like cool, but it's a shorter flight, so whatever. But the long hauls I think could be fun. So we'll I think I'll definitely try out doing them at the long hauls. Try to get some long hauls in. I don't know. I've always found you take a longer flight, you chop it up in a consumable amount of time, like 30 minutes. Those kind of videos are videos I enjoy watching. So my goal with YouTube is just make the stuff that I would enjoy watching. Then maybe other people will enjoy it too. I don't know. Maybe they won't. I don't know for sure. Who knows? I don't know how to get an activity feed. On YouTube. So in the case anybody does subscribe. Oh, I guess I see a mini feed there. Can I move the mini feed around? Does it have to stay there? No, whatever. It can live there. That's fine. It's below the stream preview on Slobs, which is kind of annoying. In Streamlabs. I'm used to having the chat on the right side and then the mini feed on the left side. That's the way I have it set up in regular OBS for like Twitch and things like that. Which hell if I know if I'm going back to Twitch, but that's what I'm used to. I don't know how to work Streamlabs very well. I switched to regular OBS when the whole controversy was going on with Streamlabs trying to copyright OBS. So, I don't know. It's been a while since I've used Streamlabs. I really do like Streamlabs. It's just I don't want to pay for the premium features like the custom tip URL and a merch store. Like if I ever make a merch store, it's not gonna be like a merch store of like posting my logo on things. Like I'm sure I'll have some of that because maybe people want a mug or something, but I'll use a different third-party merch store. Like something that's like higher quality than just like Gildan shirts or something. Gildian. And then I'll actually come up with like cooler designs to put on them. That's like way far ahead if I ever reach partner status and I can link to like merch stores and stuff. That's thinking optimistically, honestly. I'm not really about that with streaming. I just stream because I enjoy it. think it's chill. I enjoy watching live streams. I enjoy streaming. So, it ain't about the money for me. Right now, money is a huge conversation with streaming. That's not at all what it's about for me. I just enjoy it. I think everybody has to get back to just enjoying streaming. You do something you love, you won't work a day in your life. Is what everybody's always told me. I gotta move my microphone back to where it was so I can lean back and still talk to you guys. 'Cause I feel like I can lean back, but then I'm really quiet. So the reason I moved my microphone was because of where the honeycomb was, but I moved the honeycomb. I don't really have a place to put the boom arm at the moment. It might fit here. I'll try it. I'll give it a shot and see what happens. This is kind of my always used mic now. Now that I have a headset that doesn't have a microphone on it, I use my streaming mic for like just talking in Discord and everything nowadays. So it's got to be somewhere where I can easily access it. Right now, I like where it's at. I wish it was longer, so I might see if there's an extension that I can get for it. Because when I'm not using it, I can just fold it straight up over the camera. I wonder if there's an extension for the boom arm. Because if there is, I might try that. Elgato Boom LP extender. There is. No, that's for this microphone though. I don't use their wave microphone. Some sort of washer between the tightening knob. I don't know. I'm not. Tightness isn't what I'm worried about. Maybe my desk is just too thick. The thick boy. What's this Rode PSA 1? I don't want to upgrade. Oh, that's just the typical usual boom arm. I don't want to upgrade my boom arm. I like the Elgato LP, but if I could just bring it closer to me, that would be amazing. I feel like even if I'm just like regular gaming, I guess if I'm regular gaming, this is where I would be. But flight simming, I sit further back from my monitor. I don't know. I'll have to research that a little bit. Or even if I can get like an extension. I wonder if that extension could go on the end of this. Sorry, I keep bringing stuff on top of the flight, but deal with it. Elgato Wave LP extension. So if I get this, I guess I could screw into this, and then I could screw my microphone into this. That would just take my microphone and extend it out. Which could work. Actually. Until it's not what it's made for, but it would work. I don't know. I'll have to research a little bit. Elgato.com. What other products does Elgato have? Facecam Pro. I want this green screen. I feel like a green screen would really up the production value of my stream, but at 160 bucks, that's a lot. I already have the Keylight Airs. I love those. Like, here's the thing with Elgato. To me, they're kind of like Apple. I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day, where the thing with Apple products is Apple products are great. Don't get me wrong. But they act like they're the only player in like the consumer electronics market. And it's to the point where it's like they won't compare their products to other products that release. And they charge ridiculous amounts for their products. Like, I would really like to get a MacBook Pro. But to get a MacBook Pro, like, I'm starting at like 1,300 bucks, which is ridiculous. I think the MacBook Air even starts at like 1,000 bucks now. I remember when the MacBook Air was like 500 bucks. I don't know. I don't like it. But I feel like Elgato's the same way, where they make great products, but they charge so freaking much for their products. Like a green screen for 160 bucks. That's a ton. That's a lot. What other products do they have? What do we have Streamdeck wise? I don't know. When I move out, I'm going to redo my setup and probably try to do like an L-desk type setup or something so I have more space, because right now everything's just kind of like crammed on my desk. And it's kind of annoying. So they got their Wave microphones. The Wave panels are kind of cool, but I already have sound panels. Green screens. They make an audio capture thing? Oh, this is like a VCR. Interesting. This must be an older product. It's cool they're still making this though. Because a lot of people have like home videos on VCR tapes, and like we have an old camcorder that uses the red, yellow, and white connectors to plug in. And we bought a capture card. I think it's a Blackmagic one. So basically what I came up with is it's a converter that converts that signal to HDMI. And then we can take an HDMI, plug that into the capture card, and then record to OBS through that, which is kind of nice. But there's a lot of good stuff on the older tapes we have. Okay, setups. That's what I wanted to look at. Setups. Game studio. Let's look at the game studio setup. Sweet, where did the flight controls go? And also, why do they have the face cam and a DSLR camera? But no, what I was saying about an L desk is I want to know what desk this is. Because I'd like to have a desk like an L desk like this would be awesome to have. Wonder if I can tweet Elgato and ask him what desk this is. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna ask Elgato what desk this is. Curious minds are inquiring. Is it a Corsair desk? Corsair. Does Corsair make a desk? Because if it is, it's probably going to cost an arm and a leg. Gaming gear. Corsair makes chairs. The more you know. Buy a gaming PC from Corsair. Gonna get some Corsair apparel, dude. The backpack. Absolutely. Here's my question. Who would use a Corsair polo? If you can think of a use for a Corsair black polo, let me know. I cannot think of a single circumstance where you would use that. A courier backpack like this, though, actually. If it's just enough to, like, shove a laptop and some crap in, that would be huge for, like, a carry-on bag on an airplane. Can I get the Elgato or the Corsair baseball jersey? Is that an option? I saw a baseball jersey. See? She's wearing a baseball jersey. I want that. I like baseball jerseys. Don't judge me. I know you guys are probably judging pretty hard. All right, let's talk about the arrival. Let's get back into flight sim. Got distracted. Coming up on transition altitude here, we'll get our local altimeter, but also, so we'll go ahead and grab the local altimeter real quick. Weather in Chicago, 330 at 10 miles visibility. Altimeter's 290901. We'll plug that in there, and then we'll also jump up here. Oh shoot, 1013. So that's already in there. It's basically standard. Yeah. So that's all good. Let's look at the chart for the... We can look at the arrival, why not? We're coming up on the end of the arrival here. I haven't been paying too close attention to these restrictions since there's no ATC. I feel like there's not really a need to like sit here and stare at the chart the whole time if there's no ATC. We do have Shane at 12,000, which is all right. Here is our RNAV we're going to pick up at Gibbons. So there's all these waypoints coming in. The way the RNAV works is we're going to keep it in VNAV all the way down until we take control of the plane and land it. So we're just going to hold in VNAV all the way down. We need to set our minimums, which are going to be 387. We're doing the VNav LNav. So we'll crank that up real quick. 387 is set. Have to use the flight director, which we have. Simultaneous approaches are authorized. It's fine. VNav not authorized. Below -19 or 54 degrees centigrade. Cool. Airport elevation is 680 feet. So we'll come up here. About there, roughly. Be our airport elevation. Missed approach, climb to 4,000, direct a gaze. And then we'll track to the Chicago Heights VOR. Down here. CGT VOR and hold. Nothing down here about the any kind of offsets or anything like that, so we should be good. Touchdown zone, we want to be 55 feet. So that should be fine. Pretty standard stuff. So we should be good there. We already have the airport chart pinned. I guess I can figure out roughly where we're going. Gate K12. So if we go to charts, taxi, we'll look at our taxi or parking gates. K12 is going to be here off of Alpha 18. Go back here, so it's going to be this one right here. Okay. All right, coming up on 10,000. Landing lights on. Get those on. We should start slowing down here. Our airspeed is below 280 knots, so we can go slats extended. There we go. That'll help slow us down a bit. Ortho's looking good down here. The auto gen. Dig it. So making a right turn here. We'll come straight in with the RNAV. Going a little bit slow. Yeah, I think the thing that scares a lot of people away from the MD-80 is, like, if you look at the overhead, looks really confusing. The way they designed it's really smart, though. Every switch up here has a different design. Especially, well, I guess the switches that are next to each other. The different switches have different feels, so when you're up there feeling, if you can't see the overhead, you can tell what you're flipping just by feeling what the switch feels like, which is smart. It's also, like, you get used to the organization. Like, all your electrical stuff is here. Your engine start stuff is over here. You got your APU here. You got your air conditioning here. It's just a different layout. Your ice protection. I think it looking so different compared to like a Boeing or an Airbus scares people away. It's a fun plane to fly, and it flies just fine. Like I said, if you don't have the MD-80, I encourage it. It's a fun little plane to fly. That being said, if you're one of the people that only does real-world flights, not very many operators flying the MD-80 anymore. But you don't have to look very hard to find MD-80 flights. Like, for example, American Airlines had 250 MD-80s, so very easy to find MD-80 flights. Delta had a whole bunch of them. There's European operators, SAS had them. Alitalia did. Trying to think of who else. They're still used in South America. So there's plenty of routes out there for them. I really hope TFDI brings the 717 to MSFS. I miss flying the 717. That was a real fun plane to fly. It's the MD-80 but tiny. The updated cockpit. What is the jet doing? All right, let's go direct Barry. Wrong page. Oh, it's on vectors. I should have watched out for that. We'll go direct Barry. There we go. It'll recalculate our VNav profile. Should be good there. 9,000 above at Barry. So it's turning us in. And we can get the, this is something you can do. So we're choosing to do the RNAV, but there is an ILS. What we can do is we can go in here and grab the ILS for 10 center just in case we need it. We have 10 center, so let's just in here ILS 108.95093. 108.95093. So should be good there. Something I am going to look at is this MSFS replay. Is not working. So no replay. I guess it decided that for us. Dog's over there staring at me like I'm crazy. So we have the ILS in just in case we need it, but since we're doing the RNAV, we're going to prioritize the RNAV. Which we should be fine with it. To be holding at 9,000 for a little bit. I feel like this is similar to like a Los Angeles arrival where all the way out over New Mexico, you're already on the approach into Los Angeles or New Mexico, Nevada. It's like the entire state of California, you're descending via the approach. Kind of crazy. It's a busy airport, though. You think about Los Angeles, LAX itself is busy, but then you also have SoCal. And all the commercial and general aviation traffic in SoCal that you have to worry about, too. A lot going on. So our profile's coming on. We have the localizer. Our profile is coming back on. We'll start descending again once we intercept that. About 30 miles out from the airport. So we're getting close. Should be arriving roughly right on time, actually. 2 husky dogs are loose in the neighborhood. Got the Ring app giving me notifications at 1:30 a.m. What neighborhood is this? I don't recognize the neighborhood. Oh, the other side of town. No wonder. Lost fuzzy buddy. Turkey sighting. Gobble gobble. A random dude knocking on doors. Yeah, the thing, one of the ones that cracks me up is somebody posted a lost tortoise. Why are we not descending? I'm gonna do some lever of shame to help us go down. Speed brake. Yeah, it's not wanting to descend. That's annoying. We'll go vertical speed. We'll try to help it come back on profile. We can already put in flaps if we need to. I think I'm going to go down here and tune our flap selector to 5. A little bit high on the landing. Be a Chili Willy's landing, I guess. See if we can help it come back on. We'll go ahead and go flaps 5. It's going to give us a warning because we have the speed brake and the flaps out. That's okay. Just not something the airplane likes. So look here at Ray, it wants us at 2,300, so we may not be able to get down. I'm gonna try. We have enough drag that we can descend steeper. And then the nice thing about the MD-80 is when we come out of the steep descent, it'll slow down like crazy. It's like I'm already going to put in 180. And then as soon as we come out of this descent, it'll just drop speed like a rock. So 138 is going to be our VREF. So we can bring up this descent quite a bit. And then what I'm actually going to do is we'll put in the speed brake, arm the speed brake, get the auto brake ready, and then I'm going to take control of the throttles. Put those at idle so we can slow down. And my airplane. Go ahead and drop the gear. Go ahead and put full flaps. So you can just slam on the brakes in an MD-80. Look how fast our speed is slowing down. One thing I've read is that air traffic controllers love MD-80s because they can come in really fast and then just slow down like crazy. Not a conventional approach by any means, but it works nonetheless. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brake. Then we're trying to get down to 138. So I'm gonna go ahead and say continue, but if we can't get slow enough, we'll go around. I think we should be okay. I can start bringing in some power. And just like that, we're good. Right where we need to be. Trim it out a little bit.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And set it down. We're down.
2 in reverse.
Apply the nose down. And we're good. Put the reversers in. 60 knots. Switch to manual braking. I'll take this high speed here. Alright, it's giving us an altitude alert. Wish you would shut up. Okay, there we go. Altitude alert has gone away. Sweet! Welcome to Chicago. The most kind of panic mode landing you'll ever see in your life, but hey, it worked out. We made it down. So I gotta make sure I keep an eye on that in the future, it not descending via the VNAV profile. It's like our auto brake was still on. Okay, GSX. We'll go to K. We're at K12. No follow me. Use American Airlines. Go ahead and bring the flaps up. And this is why you should always have your taxi chart up, because I went to the wrong turnoff. So we'll have to do the incorrect thing of taxiing down the runway. Don't do this. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? So we'll turn off here, even though this is a pretty sharp turn. Use differential thrust and everything to make this turn. There we go. So we get our airport chart up. We'll taxi in right here. We'll make a right turn on Bravo once we get up here. Will be this next right turn here. Just like so. There we go. We'll go taxi, we'll go parking gates. And K12 is on this side, so we'll take A18 into the gate. So keep an eye out for A18. It's coming up over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I taxied past A18, but that's okay. Oh no, I didn't. Sweet. I want to go in here where I want to go. Should be okay. So we can get our landing lights off, right? Don't need those. We can turn our TCAS off. And then we're going to... I think I see the marshaller there. See this gate right here. It says United, but this is where the real plane parked, so that's where we'll park. Say the real plane, the real flight, I guess, because American doesn't fly the MD-80 anymore. Unfortunately. Turn off our nose lights so we don't blind Mr. GSX man. There we go. APU's on. Set the parking brake and shut down the engines. There we go. Would do a replay, but I can't get the replay to work. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on that. I have to figure that out. So go ahead and request the deboarding. We'll jump over here to the tablet. We'll get the cargo doors open. Maybe. I guess not. Engines are shut down. We'll try this again. Maybe I have to turn off the beacon light. Do I have to do the thing where I go up here, APU gen on, turn those on? That's what it was in P3D. There we go. I had to turn power on to the ground intercom. Get the GPU connected. Come up here and turn off the APU. Turn off the galley power. Disarm the emergency lights. Release the passengers. Turn off heating and crap. That should all be good. Turn our transponder to standby. And we can turn off some hydraulic pumps as well. And we should be good. So there we go. Welcome to Chicago. And thank you for tuning in to the first stream on the Keegan Toga channel. I really do appreciate it. If you made it this far into the stream, please consider subscribing, dropping a like. No like goal or anything. I don't even know what's realistic for a first stream, but it's going to be weekly videos. I'm going to try to do one live stream a week. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a fantastic night. Hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and Toga Troop, I'll catch you all in the next one. We'll see ya.